So what we're going to do today is we're going to press play, and the main thing I want to try and focus on today is we've got our gameplay loop because we can shoot things, we slowly die, and we die. Now the issue is when we die, it kind of just looks a bit weird. We're just staring at two aliens holding hands, doing a little spin around. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new canvas, and what we're going to focus on today is a death screen. Okay. So I'm going to press right click UI, and I'm going to press image. Oh, sorry. No, I'm not. I'm going to delete that. My apologies. UI, and then I'm going to create canvas. Now I'm going to call this canvas death screen. Now, the main point of the death screen is so the game can restart. You can quit the game back to a menu if you have one. And maybe you want to display some facts on there. That's absolutely up to you. But we're just going to focus on getting a restart in. So we're going to press UI, image. Now I'm going to double click that image. I'm going to click the little scale button, and I'm just going to scale this up. So the idea is that on here, we're also going to drag this death screen above the UI. And we're going to drag it back down. We don't need to drag it up. The main thing we're going to focus on is adding in a button. So UI button. What I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to turn off the old UI so we don't have to scroll in health there. And then once again, scale up one button. I'm going to do what I do with most of my text, which is I'm going to do the font size 200, make sure the thing's in the middle, and then make sure it overlaps. And then what I'll do is I'll scale it back down. Awesome. And I'm just going to call this restart. So I'm going to change the text to restart, and I'm going to call the button restart button. Amazing. So we got a death screen. So what we might want to do as well is if we copy the score text from the other UI, click back on death screen and press Control V. Oh, sorry, and drag that into death screen. We'll drag it below our image because basically, if anything's above the image is going to overlap it. So we're going to do image there. We're going to drag that score text down a little bit so it's on the screen, and I'm just going to say you died, and I'm going to call this death screen text at the top, just so if I need it, I know where it is. And it's going to be a restart button, and that's all we're going to focus on adding. Okay, is our little restart button. So what we do is I like to just add a script on my death screen, and actually I'm going to add it to my normal UI, and we're going to call it from the other UI. So I'm going to just close down death screen for now. I'm going to add on my UI something called menu options, and this is where all what I want menus to do will run. And menus are super easy to get going compared to the rest of the scripting because we're basically just calling a function. So if I double click menu options, open that up, give Visual Studio a little second, and what we'll do is just down here we're going to do using Unity engine dot scene management. Now we're going to get rid of this void start and update, and all I'm going to do is do public void restart. Now I'm going to do it quite a lazy way because we've only got one scene for this. Okay, so if we want to restart, we just need to restart the sample scene. So we do scene manager dot load scene brackets open scene or sample scene, and we're going to do that. Okay, and basically we need to double check if you're changing, change the name of the scene in the speech marks to match your scene name. And I'll leave that little note in case anything doesn't work. I'll go back to that and I'll understand that's what's going on. We're going to minimize that. We can drag menu options up to the score system at the top. And what I do is on my death screen, I'm going to open that up. On my restart button, all I'm going to do is I'm going to press plus and I'm going to drag and drop UI into that. I'm going to change it to menu options, restart. And I'm just going to make this image a little bit bigger so then we're covering the text behind, okay? And I feel like it should probably be in dark mode because I like dark mode. So I'm just going to change the text and the background color around. And I'm going to turn this death screen off. Now, if we play right now, that death screen won't pop up. We need to set that up, okay? So in our player health, we're going to get a reference to our death screen and then just turn it on. So we're going to do public game object death screen. If I can spell. So we got a death screen. We're going to copy this, and basically, if our game ends, so just before we turn off the object, so we can still call this, we're going to do death screen dot set active and true. So that means when we die, it's going to turn on that death screen and then turn off the player. So we don't have to worry about it running an update constantly because the kind of game will turn off the player. So we'll press play and we'll start. So we'll start playing. Pew pew, pew pew, pew pew. Oh no, the boss is killing me. Oh no, the boss is killing me. And as you see, we've got an error. And that's because I've been lazy again and I forgot to set the death screen. So I'll just try and drop that back in. I'll press play again. It's always the thing I forget, and I do apologise, but it is the most annoying thing. So, oh no, I'm going to die, Bang, I'm dead. Okay? Now, if I press restart, it loads up the game again. Gives me 3 health, my score backs down to 0, I can shoot things again, and if I die again, I can restart. And now I've got a full gameplay loop, so if the players come over to play, so say I've got this out of convention, I can keep this going, and then when the player dies, I can get it restarted like that. Okay? So now we've got our death screen in, and we've got it restarted, which is perfect. So now it's looking quite nice. And I think we've got a good loop for the gameplay now. We do need to fix things, do need to change things up, make it work better, but that's basically a death screen.